We can make it if we just try. Send out a message. We're gonna reach for the sky. We can take that dream and make it our own. Take it step by step and bring it on home. Come on, Livingston!
Ball into the middle, oh, and a goal! There's a free header. Lads has done it. Lads control. There's a shot, a great goal. Barry Wilson with a thundering.
Barry Wilson lounges through the middle. Wilson may go alone. Parried by Douglas and knocked into the back of the net by Quino.
So quick to scale up. And Fernandez holds it up and Sousa. Oh yes! It's a double for Sousa! Livingston are heading into Europe!
Well, I don't think anyone could be any prouder than myself. You know, I thought, what an achievement just over a year ago when we were up at Inverness and we had just clinched the First Division Championship. I thought, oh, this is amazing, you know, to have won Livingston Football Club, to have won the Third Division and won the Second Division and won the First Division was amazing, you know, to win the championships, not just to get promotion, but to have won them.
This is a great day for all of us. I think that today we had a very hard game against Inverness, and we could get the victory and take the championship. And today we are going to spend a good time all together.
I don't think we're going to go overboard. I mean, we know we've got maybe 2 or 3 players to add to our team, and I'm sure Jim and Dave are going to think about that right away. I know them well, and the chairman. Cheers, Cravo. The chairman will be out wanting to buy players, wanting to strengthen. But we feel that the squad we've got is capable of, definitely holding our own.
It'll be magnificent. Walking out that first day in the Premier League will be magnificent for everyone in West Lothian. Today's a day that everyone can be proud of. No more myself, the chairman. We're very proud people today, and a lot of pressure on the chairman. But he put his money where his mouth is, off the park as well as on the park, and he deserves loads and loads of credit.
So we started out our campaign back at Livingston when we unfurled the flag against Hearts, and again not many people on the day gave us much of a chance, but goals from Quino and David Fernandez proved too much for Hearts on the day. So we started our league campaign with 3 points.
So much has to be completed on this historic occasion for Livingston Football Club, and that is of course to unfurl the league champion from last season, First Division campaign. I am joined right now by Livingston Football Club's chairman, Mr. Ronald Keane.
Hearts started off really well. They said we rode the storm there. I think Gary Bowen cleared one off the line the first 5 minutes or so. They had another chance, but as the game progressed, I felt we got control. Fernandez had a couple of chances and he scored an exceptional goal, and that kind of set the pattern of his season, I felt. Hearts scored near the end, but it was a 2-1 comfortable victory, if you can have such a thing, and it really gave us the confidence to look forward to the season in the Premier.
That's a noise you'll hear all through the 90 minutes, the traditional Livingston drum. Well, history
is made as Livingston, 6 years in existence, are now taking their place at the top table of Scottish football. Hearts, of course, the experienced campaigners. If you consider that Hearts and Livingston have only met on 2 occasions in the past, both in League Cup duty, with Hearts winning both of them. It was an early task for the defence, and a fine header away by Gary Boland. He had to be very alert there, as that ball was punched out by Brotto. It was an early chance with a stab forward by Wales. Fine defending by Gary Boland. There's Fernandez going round Nielsen. Low ball in, the flick, and slotted into the back of the net by Francisco Quino. The Livingston fans enjoyed that. With only 34 minutes gone, Livingston make an impact in the SPL. It was a goal basically created in Spain and finished in Spain. Francisco Quino, what a start for him in the SPL, the 29-year-old. McKenna picks up for Hearts. Tomaszek trying to get things moving, and Hearts just not getting it together in the midfield area at the moment. Livingston taking control. Here's Fernandez. Once more Fernandez. What a spectacular strike from David Fernandez. It's been coming. And Livingston 2-0 up. What a start for the West Lothian club. He's a happy man, so is his first team coach David Hay. Fine play from Livy, and Fernandez looked to have lost the opportunity and then blasted it into the corner. He took on Severin, created the gap and finished it. Only 2 minutes remaining. Now Boyack. To Cameron, Colin Cameron, and it pulled one back. Well, there's the fight back on. There may be a bit of stoppage time to be played. Quino, tackle from Adam, and that's a free kick. Adam can't believe that that was a free kick. Boland decides just to drive it forward. As the full-time whistle sounds, celebrations for Jim Leishman. What a great return to top-flight football for the manager, formerly in the top flight with Dunfermline, but on the opening day of season 2001-2002, the trumpets and the drums sound because of this Livingston victory.
And with a great start to the season, then we started to grow in confidence and play a great result at Ibrox and a great draw against Celtic. Magnificent.
Here's Johnston. Rickson with the chip forward. There's Caniggia. Brave goalkeeping from Javier Sanchez Broto. He suffered a knock in the face, and that challenge from Caniggia. And there's blood there. Rickson playing it in, Caniggia stretching, so was the goalkeeper, and the contact there brought the injury to the Livingston goalkeeper. Vidmar's free kick, good touch by Moles, great save by Broto. Here's Stephen Hughes though, danger not over. Was there a push there by Marvin Andrews? The Rangers fans certainly felt they were deserving of a penalty there. But Sanchez Broto to the rescue. Terrific strike from Moles. Great stop from the Spanish keeper. Wonderful save. There's Fernandes. Wilson. There's a header! And off the post from David Bingham. What a let-off for Rangers. Fine delivery from Barry Wilson. Bingham got there ahead of Sousa. And off the woodwork. Marvin Andrews going for the return. And he does well. Almost getting Sousa away. Mjalby got there first. To knock it back to Robert Douglas. And I think Mjalby has suffered an injury in the challenge with Sousa. Andrews again showing his aerial strength there. Not only winning the first ball, but making sure he can go 15 yards and win the second. And Sousa almost getting through, apart from that interception from Mjalby. Good save again by Broto. Under pressure there. As Larson get the flicker. There you go. Livingston. And Fernandes just pulling it wide there. There's a fine ball through. Fernandes get away from Tabili. Pass this time though by Fernandes. Allowed Thompson to intercept. Livingston get it back. Here's Lowndes. Michael Hart. This is Poquino. Back for Stuart Lovell. Looking for the angle for the shot. He did well. He brought out a fine save from Robert Douglas. Well, he sized up the situation. He had to go round the referee and a Celtic player to get this shot in. He did well to curl it in there. McNamara through for Larson. Bowen knocks it out. And the Celtic player's down injured. The far side assistant has spotted it. Someone could be in trouble here. It's Jackie McNamara who was trying to go through and get on to the pass from Larson. I wonder if it's Gary Bowen who was involved. He's got his hands outstretched at the moment. There was the pass through from Larson, and Bowen made the clearance. And, well, there didn't seem to be too much there. A red card for Gary Bowen. Well, there was the clearance, and I have to say, well, he did drag the leg back the way. And a penalty has been given to Celtic for the infringement. So, a big task for Javier Sanchez Broto against Henrik Larsson. Larsson scored 9 from the penalty last season, and he's not got off the mark on the penalty spot this term. Great save by Broto. He spread himself well, and fortune favoured him as it came off his left boot and clear. And Broto's there again. Well, he was a hero against Rangers. He was a hero in the first day of the season against Hearts. And is he going to be the hero of Livingston again this afternoon, denying Henrik Larsson? Well, signs of we're not worthy coming from the Livingston fans. An appreciation of that save from their goalkeeper.
I think the most important thing for Livingston was it's not been a one-year plan. I think the chairman came in and he had visions for the club, and 4 years ago when I joined, it was certainly that was the vision, to come to the Premier League and do well. To qualify for Europe, just unbelievable.
was more of a gritty one, and I think it was Barry Wilson come on and Bingy. I think, maybe I'm serving me right, he scored the goals, you know, but that was more a gritty performance coming from behind. And it's results like that set you up in the season ahead, and it was vital 3 points against a team who had been promoted the previous season. And it's always good to get points advantage over teams that we feel are at your level, rather than just look at the old firm and trying to do well there. Every game has got its own importance, but that was a vital 3 points for us. I remember it was a tight game. But you know, it's almost a kind of, for us, you know, the team from we've already beaten Hearts. There was a big crowd that day, I remember serving right. I think the game was played on a Sunday. And it was a tight game, and I think in the second half, as you said, Keno, from a snapshot, got the victory. I think tighter game, but maybe a merited victory, and as you say, a vital 3 points at that stage of the season.
To come from lower division and be able to achieve the performances that we've achieved, you know, weren't flukes. You don't go to Aberdeen and knock them out of a cup 6-1 and that's some sort of a fluke. It isn't, because you go to Tynecastle and you score 3 goals there. You go to Kilmarnock and score 5 goals.
Delivery, and the opening goal. It's Craig Dargo, 4th goal of the season. Kilmarnock ahead inside 5 minutes. The ideal start for the home team. That's a wonderful ball in from Calderon. All it needed was a touch. And that may indeed have even been an own goal. I wonder whose leg this went in off. In fact, it's an own goal, and it's Didier Santini who got the touch. Not that Bobby Williamson's too bothered. Who got the final touch on that? His team 1 up. It's a more convincing clearance from Hesse. Rubio's at full stretch to get that header. Mistake by Santini, and it could have been 2-0 Kilmarnock. It's a big booming clearance from Culkin. Canero's header, dangerous. And David Bingham spotting Gordon Marshall off his line and lofted it in. It's 1-1. Route 1 from Wimbledon, massive kick out from Culkin, a little nudge there by Zauza, but Kilmarnock got themselves into all sorts of trouble. Wilson. Keno, deflected through, here's David Bingham, good footwork, still Bingham, that's wonderful skill from David Bingham. 6 in the box for the corner kick for Livingston. Chased by Lovell. That's a useful ball in. Marvin Andrews. 2-1 Livingston. Davy Hay and Jim Leishman enjoyed that one. Wide from Mitchell. Good ball in. And Gary McCutcheon had a real chance there. Didn't seem to be ready for the header. And further frustration for Kilmarnock. That's a mistake. Slipped by Hesse. Fernandez has it. Sousa wants it. It's too far. Might still happen for them though. It does. David Fernandez, 3-1. Midway through the second half. And that might be the goal that sends these Livy supporters home happy. 13 minutes or so for Kilmarnock to find a couple of goals, but they won't do it that way. Just about sums it up for them. And David Sousa is onside. Chance for number 4. He's got it. And he deserves it. It's been a top-class showing from the Canadian international, Sousa. And that's his first goal in the SPL. Neat touch from Aurelio. Runs it through to Fernandez, wants it back. Hesse missed it, still Aurelio. And that's surely a penalty kick. And the misery for Kilmarnock just goes on and on. And it's the Argentinian Aurelio himself to take it. It's 5-1. A quite incredible win this for Livingston.
I think the most important thing, especially from the coaching point of view, for Jim, Davy and myself, was it's the quality football produced. I think people have enjoyed the quality football Livingston have given them and the quality of the goals and the performances. I mean, to go and win 3-0 at Easter Road, 3-1 at Tynecastle, 5-1 at Kilmarnock, 6-1 at Aberdeen, it's been unheard of a team coming straight up. So it's, you know, that's been the pleasing aspect. It's not only the fact we've had a great season, but some of the football and performance and goals have been very, very special. It's a dream and it's an adventure. That's the way I look upon it. I mean, everything since our first year has been an adventure. To go into second division and then get promotion, and then first division promotion, and then have a fabulous first season, and now we're in Europe. So it's just an adventure.
Well, what is it? Me, Bully, Dominic, taken out of the club 4 years ago, and over the past, you say, year and a half, it's just been a dream, really. Hard to believe what's happened. Well, I says we've got Europe to come up. It'll be a challenge for us. We'll just try and do our best.
Livingston in Europe, who would have believed it? When myself and Dominic decided to buy the club, about 4.5 years ago, I don't know if, I think it's out in the public domain, but we made a joke when we went to see the council about the signage telling you how to get to the stadium. and I'd said to him that I thought that the signage from the Edinburgh side to Livingston wasn't adequate enough. And one of the councillors told me that there's not many fans travel, you know, from the east. I said I wasn't on about the fans, I was actually saying about the European teams when they fly into players in the UEFA Cup, and we all had a good laugh about it. So 4.5 years later, we're not laughing. But it's been a fantastic time. It's beyond our wildest dreams what we've managed to do. And all the credit in the world goes to Jim and Davey and all the team, and obviously to Dominic and the backroom staff as well, and his own team.
Sousa driving that one in. Oh, it's in the back of the net. What a goal from David Sousa. Oh, the Canadian totally deceived Tony King. And I wonder what Alex McLeish is thinking now. Changed the goalkeeper, hasn't changed their fortunes. Look at this. Lovely touch by the Canadian, and he just whipped that one round, and you can see that he took a vicious bobble there. Coming in, a Neil, free header there for Bremner. Wasn't picked up. Jim Leishman, almost 25 minutes gone. A look of contentment, but there's a long way to go. Rubio caught in possession, and I'll tell you, that was a fierce challenge, but Livingston opening up for Fernandez. He's looking about, and he has Sousa. Now, he likes to cut in on his right foot. Here it comes again, driving it in. It's in the back of the net! 2-0. And this game is all about David Sousa, and the Canadian really could have finished Hibs off in the first half here. 33 minutes gone, and I told you he likes to come back onto his right foot, and he finished and how? Rebner, Luna, nice 1-2, Brewster, lovely save, Culkin. Had to get down quick. There's De La Cruz. Bit across this time, off the post! Great header by Brewster. That's what he's capable of, almost getting him back into this game. Trying to sneak it in behind Ulrich Lawson. Lawson just watching there. Owen the header, putting a bit of pressure on Gary Smith. Here's Sousa, is this the hat-trick? That would have been a score to savour. Zitelli driving it in, great save again by Nick Culkin. To be fair, he didn't have to move too much. Lowndes just trying to cut it. Oh, that's a wonderful goal! Absolutely magnificent from Nathan Lowndes. Well, if you haven't heard of him for a while, he's back and back with a bang. That was absolutely brilliant. Well, it has to be said, Livingston 2-0 up. Hibs players just standing off him for a moment, and he curled it with some precision. The game's over, and the Hibs fans now leaving in the droves.
That's good play. Well opened by Stuart Lovell. Just getting through now. This is where Fernandez can be dangerous. Beautiful play, and just touched away. Brinker. Tino did that very well indeed. There's a jump, Brinker. Sousa again. Lovell. Through to Sousa again. Here's Fernandez. Here's a run forward again. Wilson going in, and a save. And it's in, it's an own goal. Have you ever seen a crazier goal this season? Well, after that move by Fernandez, discipline seemed to break down, and Hamill, well, I think he struck dumb.
Little curl in there, there's a brilliant save from Fernandez. That's a very long ball indeed. Fernandez trying to lay it off. Oh, here's Sousa going in. It must be. I cannot believe the defender. Suddenly that defence has become transparent, to say the least. Here's another gift. Sousa going in and goal. Two straight that time. Well, Mark Brown brought the trouble on himself. Can he pick something up at this late stage? He can! I think that might have gone in directly, but Jim McMahon is claiming it.
I remember just in Boxing Day, I think we don't know that we changed our shape for that game. It was maybe another game, but we were a bit unfortunate actually to lose Celtic 3-2. It was a great game. We came from behind twice. They had Valharan sent off. It looks as if we might snatch the winner, but all credit to Celtic with their great resilience, which they showed a few times at that time of the year. Come back and get the winner in injury time. But we're pleased with the performance.
Celtic take you on the 26th of December, 94 minutes on the clock, and they beat us 3-2. On another night, that might have been 3-2 for Livingston.
Valharan finds Alan Thompson. Thompson always working the 1-2, it favours him, and that's a great save from Nick Culkin. Lubomir Moravcik having a look at this one himself. Larsson and Thompson are also there. There's Moravcik curling it in! What a marvellous goal from Lubomir Moravcik. 11 and a half minutes gone. Some work to be done now for Jim Leishman, seeing his side go behind too early. Moravcik. Sutton's header down, looking for Larsson. Picked off his line was Culkin. Larsson. Through to Petrov. Chipping it through, there's Thompson. Good stop from Culkin. Larsson's in there again. Barry Wilson with the free kick, curling it in. There's a header in, and Oscar Rubio has pulled Livingston level. 37 minutes gone. The captain leads by example. Excellent cross this from Wilson, and there was Rubio winning the jump in a packed penalty area. Thompson. Andrews won't get there. John Hartson does. Good save from Nick Culkin again. Here's Larsson. And Henrik Larsson reaches another milestone in his Celtic career. It's his 100th league goal for the Parkhead club. Davy Hay. And Jim Leishman with something to think about now. Bingham's header. Lambert's in there, so to Santini. Good pass from Bingham. Finding Barry Wilson. Lounges through the middle. Wilson may go alone. Parried by Douglas. And knocked into the back of the net by Quino. 58 minutes gone. Livingston are back level. They hit in the counter-attack. Douglas can only knock out Wilson's shot. And Kino didn't hang about with the follow-up. Knocking home the rebound. Lambert. Johan Mjalby. Hartson screaming for it. Same towards him, taken down by John Hartson! And off the outside of the post. Brandpoint, that's away from Moravcik. Bingham, good ball wide to Wilson. Martini, Bingham. And Robert Douglas kept his eye on that one. And here's Branquin trying to get Livingston forward in the break. Lowndes, good running by Lowndes, and Volharen took him out. And Jus Volharen has already been booked. And Jus Volharen is going to get his second yellow card of the match, and that means red. There's Balder. Branquin dispossessed by Alan Thompson, cuts it back, Larsson! And Henrik Larsson slots home the winner! Again, in stoppage time, Celtic playing to a finish!
I think also that the fans have been incredible. The support we've had for the local community has been fantastic. I think the first match that we attended, I think there was 500 people there, and I think now that we've got nearly 5,000 home supporters every game. And although our away support is maybe not as big as some of the teams that we're playing would like, they're certainly noisy enough, and they get right behind the team. So I've enjoyed listening to the Livingston fans, especially at the away games. And the family atmosphere created at Livingston, I think, is something to be very, very proud of, and hopefully that will continue as the club grows. I think the PR that we've brought to Livingston, I think that the council and everyone involved are very, very happy with that. The support that we've had from obviously the West Lothian Courier, the local media, and even the national media, fantastic. Who would have thought that would have seen a 5-minute sequence of Livingston on World Soccer? I was very, very humble to watch that, and where the club has actually came in the past 4.5 years.
Flugo sliding in between Boland and Rubio, and he gets it through to Fuller. Good skills from Fuller. Just showed too much of it there. Here's Stevie Fulton. Fine block there by Nick Culkin. Fulton picked up an injury as he fired it in. Rubio for Fernandez. Managed to turn Severin, and the hard one was Mabry there, and that was a bit wild. And everyone seems to want to get involved in this. And Fernandez kicks the ball away. He's none too happy with what happened there. And now some work for referee Dougie McDonald. Fernandez is in there having a word with Stephen President. Comes down. It's a red card for Alan Mabry. It was a wild swing from Mabry on Fernandez. Kino angling it wide. Here's Branquin. Touch from him. Bingham. And he picked his spot in the back of the net. David Bingham. The 7th goal of the season. Pass again from Kino. Now to Branquin. Branquin's cross. There's a header! And Fernandez puts Livingston 2-0 up. Terrific delivery and an exquisite finish from David Fernandez. Well, he maybe celebrates his 26th birthday tomorrow, and he can do that in style after a goal like that. David Fernandez enjoying a good run of form against Hearts. 4 goals in the 3 games against Hearts this season. There's a penalty. Fuller goes down. Referee Dougie McDonald pointing straight to the spot. Fuller winning his side the penalty. Now Stephen Simmons, chance to get what could be a consolation for Hearts, and denied by Nick Culkin, and that just about sums up Hearts' afternoon.
There was only 2 or 3, maybe 4 performances in that 11-run game where we weren't to pick up the points, where we played really badly. I mean, we were hammered at Celtic in the title clinching game. We were very poor at St Johnstone. And actually, some of the games out there we played really decent against Hibs, lost 3-0. We played great at Dundee and lost 2-0. So, you know, there would have been a bit of doubt if our quality of play had been poor, as well as the results.
You know, just after we qualified for the top 6, you know, we had a real hard game against Celtic. The first game they could win the championship, so that was almost mission impossible. But we went there and the atmosphere was amazing. You know, to play at Parkhead in front of a capacity crowd was amazing that day. Although we lost goals quickly and it was just a matter of finishing the game. But then I think tremendous credit to the players. All the opposition managers that were trying to get into Europe, they had looked at the situation about the games we had to play. We had Celtic away, Rangers at home, so they thought, well, that's no points for Livingston. And I think the Rangers game scuppered their plans. When we came away, you know, if you think about Hearts went up to Aberdeen that day and they scored 2 late goals to win the game 3-2. They're in the dressing room probably celebrating, then they hear the Livingston score. Livingston's beat Rangers 2-1, so they hadn't gained a goal, they hadn't gained a point, which was absolutely amazing.
So Conchelsas comes across to take it, it's swinging in viciously, and Amoroso puts Rangers up. 1 goal, and we've just played 3 minutes of this game. Utter simplicity about it. If you're not covered, and you're given a free header like this from about 6 yards, then the inevitable happens. Vidmar doesn't quite know what to do, decides to go himself though. On he goes, Vidmar! Well, his last touch let him down. Ross trying to shield the ball and runs out of options. Wasn't such intelligent play. There's a chance for them now to go in, and it just passed. Vidmar given time to bring that down, nobody challenging. Moles, beautiful turn by Moles, great save, and that was like the old Michael Moles, the Michael Moles pre-injury. Just popped back to Kino by Vidmar. His distribution really is not all that accurate, and he's looking in anguish at the referee, who may, under other circumstances, have given a penalty for that, but it would have been a soft one. There was contact. I don't think there's too much anguish amongst the Libby players about it. The referee was gay nonchalant about it. McCann, 2 men in the penalty area. Billy Dodge tries it. Well tackled though. That's a good run at Wilson. Well, it's a lot of pushing going on there. Let's see what the contact was like. Well, the arm went across. I've seen penalties given for that. Here's McCann. Again obvious, but picked up well by Mako. Looking for support to Sharif. Nelligan, well, Rangers losing a lot of these tackles and he could suffer as a result. Good save. Sharif could have knocked it in for the equaliser. That's the value of an instinctive goalkeeper as Fernandez tries to win. Rangers toiling at the moment as Libby come back very strongly. Oh, Ross giving the ball away too easily again. That's a great effort and down goes Cross again. He's telling them about 5 minutes left of this half. Martini saw little space to go in. There's a shot, it's a great goal! Barry Wilson with a thundering equaliser. Well, Barry Wilson has caused both sides of the Old Firm a lot of pain in that time. And Claus had absolutely no chance with that. Tremendous thundering drive before today, and Stephen Claus. Dodge took it very well, he's brought down, but the referee waves play on rightly, I think, and Ross tries to chip the goalkeeper. Excellent save there. Ross just getting the little touch, Nellinger, there's an attempt at a little flick to the side. McCann. Play by Mako. Here's Fernandez. He's going to let fly. Bowles. Now Newman. Good turn by Bowles, and he couldn't get hold of it properly. The referee thinks handling there was quite accidental, and they're also beaten for pace, and almost in there, Wilson again. A neat little ball forward, Fernandez seems to have recovered very quickly, and there's a spectacular goal! Strike there by Stuart Lovell. Well, they've threatened through the entire game. In it goes. And with only 2 minutes of the game remaining, as Fernandez picked himself up very well from that injury, looking like Braga. Fernandez going in again, he made let fly. Cuts it back, tosses it, yes save! And Mako brings his defence in disarray.
Our target then was to finish in the European spot. We could have done that against Dunfermline in the next game, at home again. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. To do that, to get into Europe in your first season SPL is, words can't praise. I can't praise the players enough. Absolutely fantastic.
It's Barry Wilson's corner. Oh yes! Livingston have made the breakthrough, and it's Lovell who darted across. Crawford. Kilgannon gets his cross in. Barry Nicholson looking like he might have got on the end of that. And it's an equaliser for Jason Dare, and a fine finish too. 1-1. It's Barry Wilson's corner, and Salsa in there. Livingston are back in front. David Salsa, and the Lions are maybe ready to roar in Europe. Scott Thompson won it ahead of Salsa. Kino, now Fernandez might fancy a bit of this. It's awkward for Skirler, and Fernandez holds it up, and Salsa! Oh yes! It's a double for Salsa! Livingston are heading into Europe! Fernandez. Oh, he skipped away from Skirler. Fernandez, this could put the seal on it! It's blocked by Rautenbeek, but Kino sends it back in! It's another one for Livingston, and it is party time at Almenville. A place in the UEFA Cup is theirs.
You only succeed over a season if you have teamwork, and I think throughout this season, and indeed looking back over the 4 years that we've been here, teamwork has been the key from the top right down to the bottom. We look to provide as much help as we can to the first team, to try and make their life as easy as it possibly can be, and that's from the cleaners to the catering staff, to the commercial department, to the board. And if we can make their life as pleasant as we possibly can make it, then what we ask for them is professionalism. We ask that when they play for Livingston, they give it everything they have. We ask them on that 90 minutes to try and be ready for that particular game. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes the breaks don't go your way in football. But at the end of the day, provided you come off the park having given it your best shot, nobody here at the club can then have any complaints. And I think looking back again in this season, my lasting memory will be the teamwork. This year, I think we've beaten Hearts 4 times, and that is quite an incredible record. To finish third in the league, when perhaps our initial objectives were to avoid relegation, again is beyond belief.
Well, Broadwood in there, just off the line. Fuller's, it's a goal. Yes, Fuller got the cut. Mako. Nice little run by Tino. And it's in. The ball's over the line, I'm sure. Yes. The assistant referee in the far side signals a goal. That was a superb effort by Tino. From an almost impossible angle here. Drinker. No free kick. Fernandez wiring in again. That's a beautiful ball by Fernandez and Mako. Can he switch it across? He can! Beautifully scored. David Bingham got the final touch, and that exquisite goal came from the strength initially and then the subtlety of David Fernandez. Here he goes, picks it up there, back to goal, gets in, staves off the opponent. Lovely little reverse pass, and all credit to Mako. And then touched away by Bingham. Swinging there, that's a decent ball. Can it be put across goal? Fuller rolls it out to the outside, and then Shane has got it. Tosh. I think it's Wilson. Eventually, Fuller. Feels for the penalty, and it is. Tosh looking at amazement. Now, who's going to take the penalty? Steve Fulton. It looks to be Wales. Maybe slightly disappointed. I think he wanted to take it. His last goal for Hearts.
Everyone deserves credit, you know, from chairman, Willie, John, Jim, John Robertson, Michael, Danny, George, Roy. I could go through them all, but in particular the players. Considering it was the bulk of them were all new to the environment here, new to one another, new to my ideas, and we developed a good team spirit, and I think that was also part of the basis for their success.
Well, it was over 4.5 years ago when we started off in the campaign. We were in the second division then, and it was quite apparent we had to go out in the marketplace and attract as many season ticket holders to come along and support the club. And also we needed the corporate side as well. I mean, we had to go out there and all the local businesses and sell the gospel to them and tell them what the plans were for the future. And we managed to attract people to come along and get on board when we were in the second division. And obviously they stuck by us into the first division and right into the Premier League. So there's many people who did get involved in the early days. They're now part of the family, And at Livingston Football Club, that's the way we approach things. We feel that everybody who gets involved with the club, they are part of the family and they enjoy the successes and then enjoy and may not enjoy so much some of the disappointments, but that's part of football. But the people who have supported us through the leagues, it's very much appreciated, and as the video says, history is still in the making.
One of the main reasons for buying Livingston is we thought that Livingston had everything, but maybe what was missing was there wasn't a heart and soul, to the community there. And I'm absolutely delighted that the team, that everyone involved, for Tony Kinder, who's been a great help for the local council, and Joe Thomas and all the other councillors, and Dominic and all the team at the club have worked very, very hard in creating that feeling. And I think now that Livingston Football Club is certainly the focus and the heart and soul of Livingston. I'm also very proud of what we've managed to do in relation to the youth development, and obviously that is the big thing for the future. And we're absolutely delighted when Tony Fitzpatrick decided to join us, and I've got no doubt that he will be one of our star signings, for the future. And I can't wait until we see 2 or 3 of the kids from the academy making the first team. Then I know that what we set out to achieve has been fulfilled.
It's vital, I think, for when you get a club like Livingston, who have been phenomenal, really, season they've had. But what we must remember as well, the work Tony Taylor and John McLaughlin have done with the youth policy in such a short space of time. And when you think of the institutions, the Celtics, Rangers, Hearts, Hibs, the time they've had to work in youth development, where Livingston had maybe 3 years, and already they've came leaps and bounds with that. Now what we must do now is, and it's like the first team at Livingston, but the youth policy now has got to a certain level now. We say, right, it's all changed at Livingston. Now we've got to develop players, not just to even play in the Premier League. We've got to look at European places. So when we're developing a young player, we've got to develop him with the right mental attitude. Of course, he's got to have the right ability. All these things, the recipe to make a top player. But as I say, now at Livingston, the sights are higher now in terms of young players coming in, because we've got to produce players that can play, as I said, not Premier League level, but play in European competition. And we'll do that. As I say, we've got some great talent at the club already, young players. And the great thing is, with Livingston having such a good season as well, it's a lot better for us now selling the club to a young player to come on board.
The future is about the younger ones coming through, but until we have that number of youngsters coming through to play for Livingston, we will continue to bring the best talent that we can to Scotland. We have in Sharif Toure, my man, a player who next year and beyond I believe will be a star, and there are others who are coming through our youth programme at 14, 15 and 16 just now, who I'm sure will be Scottish stars of the future. All of these things are happening, and will continue to see Livingston with a rock solid foundation. The things that we do behind the scenes with our office development, hotel, with our conferencing and banqueting, all of these facilities are there to help the football club progress. That's what we're here for, and hopefully as the years go by, people will not look back on this season as just being a one-off season for Livingston. I can't forecast that we can be 3rd or 4th next year in the league. We start out again, not maybe striving to avoid relegation, but that's the first thing you have to do in the Premier League. But beyond that, we will set our targets again to try and do as much as we can to entertain the supporters who have been fantastic this year. I think our average gate has been about 7,500. And when you think that our first game 4 years ago, there was something like 650 supporters here. So we're not depressed in West Lothian. We're proud of what we've achieved. The families are coming out in greater numbers. We hope they'll support us again next year and the years to come. And in the full knowledge that looking back in this season, it will be one that we'll never forget. But then again, so was the previous year, and so was our first year when we won the 2nd division. great memories, and we'll remember them for a long time to come. But history is only part of football. We also have to go forward and create more history in the years ahead and further chapters in this great book. And hopefully in years to come, this will be a particular year that people will talk about. But then again, who's to know what will happen in the UEFA Cup?
Come on, Livingston! We gotta go on and on and on. Together we can make it. We gotta go on and on and on. Come on, Livingston! We gotta go on and on and on. Together we can make it. We gotta go on and on and on. Come on,
Lounges through the middle, Wilson may go alone, carried by Douglas, and knocked into the back of the net.